Let's subscribe to the bell. Thanks for watching. This is a decode gematria. So here it says, Trump says there will be probably some changes made to the RNC leadership. I'm going to highlight probably be some changes made. Now, this is true or false? Well, let's look at gematria over here in the middle. Inside of the cipher I've typed probably be some changes. And underneath there, we have ordinal 230, reduction 104, reverse 445, reverse reduction 130. Now, of course, I could have clicked cipher above that and added more ciphers. However, when you look below this box here, it says probably be some changes made equaling 230 ordinal, meaning the main important thing is 23, okay? Zeros and ones are inside the decoded matrix, ones and zeros. This construct, this simulation game that we are living in called life, the game called life, are ran by numbers, okay? So if you don't understand that, just hold tight and let me do what I do, okay? Now, first of all, this is not magic. This isn't some type of, you have to sit and conjure up something and I need assistance and all that. No, that's not how it works, okay? I am a light worker. I am one of those persons who have come to the earth supposedly initially to help this planet become better than what it was. However, we got deceived and we are trapped here too, unless we now release all of our karmic energy, ancestral belief systems, and just say, me, myself, and I'm not responsible for anybody else. So the reason why I'm saying that is because they're saying probably be some changes made. Just like Biden claimed he was going to make changes, and Obama claimed he was going to make changes, and Bush said, hey, look what happened to these towers that were in the image of these. Anyway, we're not going to go mess with that today. Okay. I could say more on that, but I won't. So probably is 91. That's a 10. That's a doorway. Probably there's a doorway going to happen here. And then B. B is 7. Be complete. Probably a doorway will be complete. So you got probably 91. B7, be complete. Okay, so we have some 52. Now I'm going to take you to 52. I can tell you what it means right now without looking at it. Actually, it's New World Order. So probably a doorway be completed, some of it, in the New World Order. So they'll get their way through Trump, just like they've got their way through Biden and Obama and Bush. So, and Clinton. So 52 is New World Order. Now, let me tell you who the New World Order actually is. It's the Anunnaki gods / goddesses, those persons who genospliced us, and we were already seated here on this planet. All of us come from, we don't come from this planet. We come from the cosmos, or we come from the creator of all things, masculine, feminine, the void. We come from pure energy. We come from no duality. We come from pureness. Okay, so 52 talks about the New World Order. So we got the Anunnakis. We have all the different brothers, uncles, cousins, sleeping partners, and everything else under the sun. This is who's running the show. We can say Enlil, Inky, Anu, all the sisters, the wives. Everybody has a plot of land, a territory that they're running. Okay, they've been running for a mighty long time, and there are those who live inside the earth. They're running that arena too, and then there are boundaries outside of Antarctica, the ice wall that is encompassing all aspects of our land, and then there are other ice walls. But I'm just gonna start here. For lack of knowledge, people perish because they cast off restraints. See, knowledge actually is power because it frees you from childlike mentality. All right, so changes 57, May 23. So those two we'll look at, and so let me pull that up right quick. Now, right here to the left of us, we have the number 13, which is that 130 reverse reduction here. That's CIA, LA, male, he, age, identify, M5. Okay. I would love to just say Mason, half of a doorway. He's half of the plan. Okay. So we're talking about Trump here because Biden doing the other half right now. Okay. So if he's your hope and glory, well, may you get to working out your peace that surpasses understanding. Okay. Sorry. Um, so of course, 57. Let's go to that on the cheat sheet. That's Baal. This is who's also getting part of the credit for what's going on right now. Baal. A lot of people are going to get a nice golden sleep, and excuse me, a group of people are participating in the funding of these things, and yeah, the golden sleep comes from something that came out in 2020 and lasted to 2023 and still sort of is around. And a lot of people sort of kind of catching that it's really probably not good for you. And some people still, when they hear it advertised, they go and run and get one because it was cool. Biden said it was good to do and it's definitely safe and effective. They say. Now this is going to cause people to go to the moon, which is a recycling center. You'll get caught by um, that that doorway of light, that tunnel of light to the moon. Saturn helps that. It sats you and turns you around, and so you go into that place where they tell you you weren't good enough, or oh, there are people down there that you need to go back. You're not finished, and everybody that you believe in come see you, and everybody that you worship come see you, and they tell you you're not finished, and look at your loved ones. They need you down there, and you go right back and be back in that old body and suffer to give these beings Baal and Inky and Enlil them and Amun Ra and Madu, all these beings that's still here on this earth, you give them a great opportunity to get your harvest, your energy, because that's what the theatrics of probably be some changes is all about. Everybody's participating and giving their gods your energy through suffrage, not through joy, not through peace, not through sound mind. All of these things that manifested these past 3 years that's been on the news and people been freaking out about it and wearing diapers on their faces to protect themselves from it. This is the energy they're using. Your terror, your fear, your worry. You thinking the world gonna end. They're just feeding off of it, okay? The residue of it. Feeding off of the humans themselves. But just like in Jim Carrey, the show he played in where he was Truman, the man sitting on the moon was Christo. Christo would be a person that looks upon everyone, and he's the one that orchestrates what you think, um, how Jim Carrey in the movie was thinking from birth on forward. So there are different deities and gods, and I'm talking about all gods. I'm talking about all gods are lowercase g. There's only one creator of all things, and that's totally outside of this game. That energy is masculine, feminine energy. That is the totality of, I don't even say the universe. That's Oprah Winfrey's way of talking about something. I'm literally talking about the void where we all come from. The void creates all things and permits all things. That's why there's duality on the planet. Now, the reason why I'm going to depths on this is because this really needs to be understood. Humanity really needs to understand that the moon has a relationship to, particularly the Gemini, and the moon has connection with the birthing cycle, the reincarnation cycle. That's what Tesla was talking about. The energy, the us made out of frequency. You have to get yourself out of the low frequency, the prideful frequency, the greedy frequency, the worldly frequency, the super religious frequency, the judgmental frequency. You got to get out of all of that and focus on working on thine own self so that you won't feed them. As long as you don't feed them, they don't want you if you don't feed them. See, I'm just every day I get up. Every moment I get up, I refuse to feed them. And a lot of these persons who are beings their children are in England. I'm not talking about a race of people. I'm talking about reptilians in Italy as well, even the Vatican. Gemini deals with two. Okay, so that's like duality. So they'll keep you confused, perplexed, and distressed at all means possible to give you that golden sleep, like Cinderella. Put you to sleep while you're on the land of the living. Okay, and it seems so nice how they do it. They tell the blue side that he's your savior, Biden that good old Catholic Jesuits your savior, and then they turn around and say, oh no, Obama the mixed breed's your savior, and they'll turn around, oh no 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 no, the rebel Trump's your savior, because he's what's the guy Osiris out the Bible, and Bush, oh he was there for 9/11, and yeah, we don't have to say much about the Clintons. Everybody should know. Everybody should know about the Clintons. Period. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Tea Party, uh, whatever party. Who cares at this point? Now we're gonna look at 23, and 23 is W. Okay. 66, the abyss. Probably be some changes made. Well, New World Order says they are the I am, according to this realm, and some of this stuff will end, but a lot of it will be fake. Okay, like the aliens, they come to give a healing portion to the people on Earth, and they really weren't about anything but harvesting people for themselves. So a lot of these guys and a lot of these beings that say they're good for us really aren't. They're all about themselves. They're all about themselves because guess what? You literally can deliver your own self by waking up to the fact that you come from the void. You are the creator, masculine, feminine, partial. You come from your fractal of the eternal, all making of everything and everyone. You come from that source, eternal source. Okay, so why do I need permission for anybody to look at my life and tell me whether or not I've done good enough or bad enough? I don't need anybody looking at me saying, well, you didn't follow these rules and regulations, so we got a place for you. You have no place for me. No one has a place for you. The Pope, the Vatican, the gurus, uh, 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 any other person that thinks that they someone that can be worshipped. Inky, Enlil, and you, pick one. None of them. Ra, Amun, none of them. None. Baal, Ishtar, none of them. Isis, none of them. And you said, well, they're not real anyway. They are real. They're just as real as you are. And that's what makes them humanoid, baby. They're all humanoids. All gods on this plane, the Old Testament, New Testament. This might offend some folks. Old Testament and New Testament, those are lowercase g gods. All of them, from Yahweh to Yahuwah to Yah to the term God, which is generic, which is dogma. That's a decode. I'm talking in depth like this is because it just needs to be known. I am not going to spend my time on the tube placating with anybody when I know for sure that though time is relative, meaning that we sit inside a constructed time, but outside of this game called life, this construct, this matrix, time doesn't matter. However, since we sit in a man-made time line, please understand that you just got to get to knowing the truth and working out the truth. And the truth is the creator of all things, masculine and feminine, the powerhouse energy that makes all things, not in one so-called location, but we are all of that, yet all of that sits outside of this game. Okay? Hope y'all get that. The abyss. The abyss is a dwelling place of sorrowfulness. So there's coming a time where there's going to be some sorrowfulness. However, if you awaken yourself and lean, people say lean not to your own understanding. You better start leaning to some common sense. In all your ways, get to knowing your inner self, your intuition. They call it your highest self. Some people be like, oh, I was told to get out of this organization. I was told to get out of this fraternity, this sorority. God told me this. And I'm thinking, I think these people are literally talking about themselves, but because we've been programmed and propagated by books of men, I've never seen any of these gods pen anything. I've never seen these gods edit anything. It's been edited and penned, but we so want to be childlike. We so want someone to take all of the work from us. And it's just so sad. It's so true. Probably will be some changes made, right? Probably. Probably. Do I need to look up the word probably in more depth? Because I know probably is 91, which is 10, which is the doorway. See? It's a reoccurring doorway. See? That's what it is. Probably. No promises here that anything will change. Because Trump is an actor as well, and he's playing his role very well. He really is. He's supposed to be the underdog who's getting bullied, but then seen as a bully. Okay? Let me go to, I would add more, but I think you should get it. There will be partial small change in order to keep you believing in this game inside this matrix, to keep you wanting to go to the fourth dimensions. For those people who believe in a righteous so-called God, you'll go to the fourth dimension, which is in the clouds. There's a doorway up there. I've seen it, been up there, not through, what do they call it? Coming out your body. Not that. No. I'm a dreamer. And in my dreams, any place I be inside of this construct, there are many dimensions of us inside of this game. We playing many games at one time, okay? From the beginning to the end, they're already being played out. And in any realm I go in, I see stuff. And this is just through dreaming. They call it lucid dreaming. And I've been like this all my life, even when I was in the church and leadership. I used to sing gifts while I was in the church and leadership. That's why I know there's not too much difference between church folks and folks that have other belief systems. Yes, the difference is the rules are slightly different. Rules and regulations are different. And who you serve is different, but they're all brothers and sisters. I wish people would understand that Elohim actually is God's with an S. And a lot of these times we're reading it, especially in Genesis, when it said, let us make man, it's talking about more than one God. They're talking about those brothers, Enki, Enlil, the father Anu. They are not gods, but people call them gods because they believe in their dogma. Dog is God backwards. That's a duality. That's reversal. I'm trying to make it simple and as plain as possible. What else can I talk about? Well, probably is also 19 if you do a duality on it. And that has to do with RAD 19. And RAD 19 has to do with the IRS. Okay? Hope everybody understand what I'm trying to say here. Money changes probably will start happening. Some people are going to be super duperly blessed because they're not walking in the spirit of fear. They're not thinking the world going to end. They are going to finish their purpose, and their purpose is to know thyself. Their purpose is to forgive thyself. Their purpose is to, I'm telling you, know yourself. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly, and then start working on it. As a kind of spiritual say, clean up what I messed up, starting my life over again. Every day you get up, you start your life over again. You make up your mind, you ain't lying no more. Make up your mind, you ain't cheating no more. Why? Because you're a good person. And you do good because you're good, not because someone demands you to be good. Get to knowing that you are everything. Everything. Like, subscribe to the bell, and thanks for watching.